Hi, dear fellow Singaporeans and fellow residents of Tampines. Before I begin my speech today, I would like to thank the NSP candidate for Tampines, Mr. Gilbert Goh, for giving me the encouragement when I was going through a very tough patch after my got retrenched, and also for giving me the opportunity to stand here and share my experience with all of you. And I do hope my story will touch everyone's heart and enable you to consider carefully when you cast your vote for this coming polling day. I shall begin. I'm just an ordinary true blue Singaporean who started working in the private sector in the year 1998. Okay. And in year 1998, after completing my contract with the Navy for 6.5 years, and I do have 2 advanced diploma in IT and business, and I only managed to put my IT skill in good use during a period of time when I was working in the banking industry. And that was in 2000, and I was employed as an IT engineer on a contract basis for almost 5 years. Just imagine, I asked my employer, which is the local bank, to grant me the permanent employment, but my request was on deaf ears, as they were looking to outsource the work to other countries where they could employ a cheaper staff. And of course, the influx of foreigners competing with us for IT job that did not help. In fact, we were even told to train them so that one day they could take over our jobs. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? And all this show that we have become the victims of the globalization and the government-backed policies, as many PMET have been find themselves being replaced by a cheaper workforce from abroad. Just imagine, my contract had to be renewed every year based on the client renewal with the company. And eventually, you will always be depressed at the end of the year as you fear you'll be out of job one day. So in my 5th year, I resigned, as I knew this was a vicious cycle that this would never end. It will be continue all the way. Ironically, after I quit, I went to join a foreign bank which is in a permanent position. Everything was smooth sailing until the Asian financial crisis in 2009, when I eventually retrenched again. And that was a tough time for me, as I had bills and loans to pay, and I've already listened to government call to upgrade my skill as to stay relevant in the knowledge-based economy. And I did apply for a degree program as a software engineering and in a reputable institute. But guess what? The lecturer was a foreigner, and half of the class could not understand what she was saying, and eventually most of them quit the degree program. And next, I tried to get help from the Workforce Development Agency, but all they can help me is to refer to JobDB, which I do not understand why are they there. I thought it was helping me. So in the end, I managed to secure my current job, although not much government help. And I managed to went through personal connection where through friends' introduction and introduced to the job. For now, I consider myself a very lucky and I have a job. I bet there are many unfortunate people out there who are still unemployed or forced to accept a lower pay. And therefore, we need to think carefully about the challenge ahead of us and our next generation. How do we ensure that we have a good future in this country with the issue of inflation, employment, income disparity? And lastly, I hope you can bear this question in mind as you go for the poll on the 7th of May. And I hope my sharing is beneficial to all of you. And I wish create a victory in your life. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you, Vincent. Now, our next speaker is a very important person in NSP because if he had not established the party together with other veterans more than 20 years ago, all of us would not be here today. He is now the candidate of Whampoa SMC, which he also contested back in 1988. The CEO of a property agency and management firm has 2 professional degrees from the UK and believes in an egalitarian society. 我们的下一位演讲者在国民团结党里拥有德高望重的地位，要不是他在20多年前跟其他元老一起创办了国民团结党，我们今天也没有缘聚集在这里。他在1988年的时候曾经角逐黄埔单选区，如今他又卷土重来，这名英国大学毕业生，现在他是担任房地产代理与管理公司的总裁。他相信我们的社会要做到人人平等。各位，让我们有请黄埔单选区的候选人孙祥凯先生 Mr. Ken San 上场。